So, a couple of weeks ago, I made a game, and it was pretty terrible. So, this week, I tried to start and remake the game from scratch. The game was pretty bad, so when there was a game jam that I really wanted to take part in, I was like, sure, why not remake the game? I'm not going to fully explain it, but for now all you need to know is that the task was to create a single unique location. And honestly, that would be pretty easy, because I could just add some lore in like an intro sequence or something, and so I decided to remake the game. So the first thing that I made was the movement. The last time I made the movement just like change the X and Y position, but in GDevelop you can just use the top-down movement behavior. I was so stupid that I didn't realize this. And just to experiment with some things with the movement, I added some tweens and particles just to make it feel a little bit better. Then I basically made notes for whatever I wanted to add, and some of the things were to add like an axe, which makes you just be able to get rid of the zombies. So the first thing that I added was basically the axe, or well, maybe not the axe, but like the two items that you will mainly use in the game. The axe and the bag of seeds. So in the last game you needed to grab seeds from the seed bag and then plant them, but honestly I didn't like how that worked, so instead I made it so you can get the whole bag of seeds and then just plant an infinite amount. Then making the axe was a little bit more difficult, because while I needed to rotate the axe around the player and make it face the mouse. Maybe it isn't that difficult, but it's the first time that I ever made something like this. And then it was the first time that I tried to add the smooth camera extension, and that too made a big difference. I made it so the seeds can grow. It's not fully done, but it's a good beginning. And again, I tried out a new extension called like the auto typing extension, which was perfect for the thing that I wanted to add here. And then over the time of all of this, I also added some sound effects for like walking and using the axe. But the next thing is, up until now, the worst thing that I needed to add. The actual zombies. And just to make sure that I made some progress, I started a stream and I started working on the enemies. In my head there were two ways to add more difficulty. One is to make 7 levels and make every level like 1 day, or to make one big level and then just make that one level harder and harder over time. But then eventually I decided to just make one level, because it's way too boring to play the same level over and over again. But if I wanted to add some more variety for the enemies, then it would just add too much time. I again tried out the particles for the zombie and I got something that I was pretty happy with. I wanted the zombies to have a kind of different movement, like they walk for 3 seconds and then breathe for like 2 seconds or something. It added a little bit more of complexity, but it wasn't that much. And when the zombies broke the fence, I added a health bar because of the comments that the first game was getting. And then that's basically everything that I got done that week. This is just the first part, so make sure to subscribe when part 2 comes out. And if you want to see me working on the game live, then you can follow me on Twitch. I'm normally live every Saturday. Hopefully. And yeah, I'll see you all next time.